All right, so what are we doing today? We are trying to finish the remaining work on converting the novapackages.com homepage from Vue.js over to Laravel Livewire. And so I've got these to-dos that I scraped from the code trying to see if we can get this working. Hey, everybody. I have a little bit less time than usual because I'm leaving a little bit earlier than usual today. So I want to get right into it. So let's get going. So basically what's happening right now, if you're not familiar with it, Nova Packages is a thing that shows you cards for individual people who've come up with their own packages for Laravel Nova. And we reworked it to be in Laravel Livewire. So it's way faster now. And I did get pagination working, and I got these little star indicators working now, and I got the little title icon working. So most of the stuff that was on our plate left to do has since been done. Oh, what happens if I see more on recent? I think it just takes, okay, that doesn't work. Okay, so that's something to do. We need to make this see more button on the recent popular page. Make the see more button on recent and popular page go to the all packages list. Okay, cool. So, but like we're very, very close. Like search works now. We're having one problem in the search. Oh, interesting. If you are on the recent and popular packages page, search doesn't do anything. So let's also fix that. When someone hits search on the recent and popular page, redirect them. So we're trying to kind of just knock as many of these out as possible. All right, but if you are on the not recent and popular and recent page, and you're just on all packages page, and you start searching, there's a die and dump that I was working on earlier. Let me get rid of that real quick. I'll show you all what that was about in just a second. All right, so it's filtering it correctly. However, you're getting this massive pagination thing, and you wonder what's going on here. Well, the problem is the moment we switched our search over to Laravel Scout, I hit type A, and it tells me there are 68 pages of packages that match that search, which is correct. Unfortunately, it is not correctly filtering them down to this tag action. It's instead giving me the first page of results and then filtering that page down to the tag action. And the problem we're running into there is a thing where you kind of can scope Laravel Scout queries with this, but you're kind of not supposed to, so it doesn't actually work correctly. So what I think I'm going to do for now is instead of making this all work, we're going to just hit pause on this for the launch. And we're going to switch it back to what we had before, where we're just going to build this package query and add a search term. And then hopefully later I can come back in here and actually get this working with Scout. So this one's going to be this, blah, 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 and then package query where, and I think we did it like this last time. If y'all remember this correctly, it was like this, where blah, 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 like, and then the search query, right? This search. So obviously this is duplicated here. This is what happens if you're searching, and this is what happens if you're not searching, but it's because this is the right structure once we get the ability to pull Scout back in. So let's just put that as a future note. We're not going to get it right now. Update search functionality to use Scout if possible. And basically what we're running into here is just using Scout. You get the benefit of it being this like very wonderful, robust full text search through Algolia, but you lose the ability to kind of query on relationships like this. I had started trying to look into what it looks like to push your tags into Algolia, and we can probably learn basically how to, when you use search here, thanks for following Zarzaman, when you use search here with Laravel Scout, you can pass a closure in that allows you to define more specifics about how you're passing this query off to Scout and Algolia, and I bet that we can use that to do this same kind of filtering based on this tags property. So I just set it up so we're just going to throw all the tags that it has up into a searchable array. We need probably to make sure this is updated when tags are updated, because I don't know if that's actually the case. So thank you. As you can see, this is what happens when I try to code and talk at the same time. Oh geez, thanks for the catch, K2O my. Okay, cool. So yeah, so we're basically taking this exact same package query, and in this case, and again, if this were our final code, we refactor it because this right here is duplicated. But this is this way because eventually it's going to be replaced with the Scout code. Okay, cool. So in theory, this should be working again, but we're only searching the title. So the search is actually getting worse as a result, unfortunately. Oh, it's not called title, it's called name. Cool. So we're basically running to this where we're only getting the AB where it has laborum or some other thing. So the search is working correctly and it's paginating correctly because when we hit ABC, there's none there, right? So that's kind of the goal here. And if we're on action and we hit A, we should only get, uh-oh, what happened there? That's wrong. All right, bugs, we found bugs. First of all, some of these are not actions, and some of them, second of all, there is some weird stuff going on there with that, that display. Oh, did we get an error? We got an error. So I ran into this a little bit when I was working with Livewire earlier, where we're getting these errors that say cannot find parent element. This is usually caused by Livewire's DOM differ not being able to track its changes, and it gives you this thing that says here's ways to troubleshoot it. And it seems like this is like the classic problem you'd have in Vue, where basically something makes these things similar enough or updated it different ways or whatever else such that it can't track it. And so this way, the best way to do it is to give them keys. So let's go look at what the thing is that's having trouble diffing. It is this thing right here. I've not taken Vue completely out. Vue is still around for quite a few features, especially on the individual package pages. All right, so this right here is the card, I think. It's having trouble tracking the cards. That's interesting. All right, so what we were trying to do is filter this down to only see, okay, cool. So I think that right there is the result of this right here. So my guess is that we have some problem here where the outcome of the searched one is causing us problems. Pixelogic Dev just rated the channel with 25 viewers. Thank you. I don't know exactly what that means because of the fact that I am not a Twitch person regularly, but Groovy is good and Friends is good. I don't know what GRUVE means, but sweet. Thank you. Thanks for following Wolfman Zach. All right, so thank you so much. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. Wow. I feel so loved right now. Thanks. Okay, so Struggle Bus. Anybody have any ideas on this? This is not something where I have like an automatic idea of what the actual problem is here. Thank you so much, man. I'm feeling so good right now. So it's weird because we're hitting the same template here. When you say filtered by search query, whatever, it's just the same package list here. They're all getting thrown to the same thing where you say if packages is not empty, then throw it in here. And each package is going to be one of these package cards. So I don't understand why these ones are getting displayed any differently than the others. Look, we've got these wire keys here, wire key 2, 3, and 4. So it should be able to tell them apart. Wait a minute, what are these ones down here? They have the same wire key? That's the problem. Look at this. We have wire key 2, 3, 4, and then we come down here, we've got something else. It's wire key 1, 2, 3, and 4. So why do we have that? Yeah, I'm reusing ID in an element. It's exactly right, Chris. But why is that happening? Because it looks like this layout right here is getting included twice. Why is it getting included twice? Unless I'm missing something. Width full. Filtered by search query, tag action. Sorry, y'all. This is kind of hurting my brain a little bit. So what is going on here? I think it's just because I need more coffee this morning, but I'm actually having trouble following what's actually going on there. So, okay, so this right here, this search result is not this. Where is it coming from? What is going on here? Filtered by search query A right here, but it's this same, how are we getting a response back that doesn't have the red border around it. Thanks for following, Karate Schmidt. What on earth is going on? It feels like these are just like outside of a wrapper. They're just kind of throwing themselves in there willy-nilly. Huh. Well, this is unexpected. I mean, they're package cards. They're the correct package cards for our search results, but somehow they're getting returned in a way that isn't correct. It feels like this is a bug in the diff, where it's grabbing the internals out, but it's putting them back in the wrong place, which is really interesting. All right, can you now better? Yeah, it's possible that there's an unclosed div somewhere. Let's check. It seems like it might have been having trouble identifying this div right here, and that's why it wasn't correctly putting its stuff in, which is kind of surprising to me. But let's just call that it, which is going to be package search, sort of package bounding box or something like that. Who knows? We're giving a unique thing. So now this is sort of like an ID in HTML. So now Livewire knows. Okay, so let's look for package discovery. Let's look for the letter A. Okay, yeah, that fixed it. I don't know why Livewire was having trouble with that. That's kind of surprising to me. I'll have to run this playback by Caleb and see what he says. But yeah, that seemed to have fixed the bug. So cool. All right, so let's go back to what we were testing a second ago, where we're making sure that if I start typing a search, it only shows me the things in that tag. Yep, it does. We were talking about later adding the ability to, when searching, make it easy to remove the filtered tag in case user wants just a broad search. Because like, let's imagine I'm like browsing through a tag and then I decide that I want to search for anything that has to do with Stripe. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want Stripe themes. Like I would like to be able to click an X on theme, but I'm okay with that being later. Okay, cool. So what are our to-dos, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with me on that for a second. So first of all, we moved search back to only search the title, which I hate. So we can bypass the scout bug. All right, what's next? Fix the pagination bug on search, thereby fixing the pagination bug. Fix nav on mobile, upgrade to add query strings. This is an easy one. Make the See More button on RecentPopular page go to the all packages list. So popular and recent, when I click on See More, that's weird. We're having another problem here with, what is going on here, y'all? What is happening? I'm losing my mind. This is not what it's supposed to look like. First of all, it's not supposed to be sending 8 items. It's supposed to be sending 6. And second of all, why is this one breaking? All right, so just the fun keeps popping up. Oops, sorry. Fix RecentPopular page sending too many and breaking early? Question mark. All right, y'all, can we get this done in 30 minutes? Is it going to go live? I'm feeling skeptical right now that this is going to happen. All right, so let's first make the See More button do something. So this is recent and popular. Blade. I think I might named it popular and recent. I did, just because I'm a masochist. All right, so this right here, interestingly, it's already set to do the right thing. It should filter the tag back to all. Why is it not? Wire : click.prevent. Let's get rid of that .prevent. Maybe I did that wrong. Go to the popular recent page, hit the See More button. Nope, yeah, the prevent was doing its job, but filter tag's not working. Okay, why is filter tag not working? Package list.php. Sorry, Chaco Foxy, I guess I don't have that. Is that a common thing? What we are working on right now is something called Nova Packages. It's novapackages.com. It is a listing site for something called Laravel Nova, which is an admin panel generator. And so imagine these are sort of like WordPress plugins. And so right now it's written in Vue.js, and we're reworking it to work in something called Laravel Livewire, which is a sort of a more back-end focused JavaScript implementation. All right, so man, y'all. Hey, Manoj Kiran, welcome. Okay. What's happening here, people? What am I missing? Why have I lost my mind and my understanding of what's going on here? We click on popular and recent. We've changed the tag to popular and recent. We click on see more, and it's supposed to filter the tag over. Oh, console errors. There we go. Oof, it's the same problem where we're running into these DOM differ problems. Oof, I'm worried that this is going to end up proving to be like our big problem. Are we possibly having duplicate IDs again? As Chris Pitt pointed out, that could certainly do it. I wonder if anything is duplicated between these two, if it's going to be the same ID. Like, let's say Google Analytics is both recent and popular. Would that... Oh, look, Google Analytics is both recent and popular, and I bet they both have the same wire key. Oof, that's going to prove to be interesting. That kind of suggests that when we're setting a wire key on a card, we can't use just its ID because that same card could exist twice in the same page. Okay, cool. So learn something about Livewire today. So I think we're probably going to have a package card.blade.php, which has a wire key on it. Yep, and it's the package ID. And so we can't just rely on that. The problem is, Richard, I was thinking the same thing, prefix the ID with the list type. The problem is we don't actually know what the list type is when we're in this context, because this is just a component. And I don't know if I love the idea of having to pass it in. And so I'm a little bit more inclined to just prefix it with a random string. I don't know if that's going to be super slow. Choco Foxy, the reason we have to do that, if you're saying why do we have to worry about these IDs, it's because this is one of those types of things where instead of rewriting the whole page, it only rewrites certain things when they change, which means it has to be able to identify some of these uniquely, and sometimes it has a little trouble. Livewire does, which is why you have this wire key that makes sure it can uniquely identify which particular thing it should be working on. I'm not sure what you mean by microsecond. Send also the tag. The only cron of an SPA front-end framework is the SCO. The only con, the only downside. Yeah, so interesting, this isn't SPA. This is actually server rendered on first load, and then future requests go through XHR. So if you were to go to your network tab and filter down to your XHRs, you don't get any XHRs on first page. This is actually server rendered. But then when you go down here, bloop, bloop, now you're seeing your XHR request there. Random or time means the package will be re-rendered if it's in the same before after tag. Yeah, good point, Chris. So we don't want that. So we do need to pass in the key. I don't like that because that basically means we need to pass in a context thing every single time we ever call package card, which is going to make it all. All right. Recent packages, each one is. Wait a minute. Each Livewire partials package card. How do you pass context into each? Is it like this? I kind of think that might be it. Let's see if that's what it takes. Nope. Laravel Blade docs. So when you do each, you're basically saying right here, this is the view I want to pass it to. This is the thing I want to iterate over, and this is what its name should be after that. The fourth argument is what you should do if it's empty. How do you manually... Oh, okay. Well, if you need to inherit the parent, yeah, but I don't want to do that. How do I custom pass data into each? Or can I not do that? Maybe that's the thing you can't. Okay. I don't love this, but let's assume that we have to pass this context in. That would mean we have to switch to for each, packages as package, and then include livewire.partials.package card, and then here's where we define what the data is, and then this is where we're going to say context equals recent. Oops. And then this is going to be the same, but for popular packages. Oops. Was that packages or recent packages? Probably recent packages. Yep, it was. All right, so this one should be recent packages, and this one should be popular packages. And then context is popular. I believe each, no, because you can't do that, Chris, because each doesn't, oops, let's close this. Each doesn't inherit parent context, right? Views rendered via each do not inherit the variables from the parent view. So if your child view requires these variables, you should use for each and include instead, which is why we're having to do it this way, which is fine as long as it actually fixes it. Undefined variable context. Okay, that was probably because something other than what's called by this page is looking for context. So let's right now just temporarily allow them to not pass in context. Like that. Could you add as a property in the popular packages collection? Yeah, you could, but the problem is I don't necessarily... So these things are being passed in from lots of different places, not just popular, recent, and all. And so I'd like to handle it in a way where if we know there's going to be multiple on the same page, which is probably only ever going to be the popular and recent package, we can override that context. So here we are no longer seeing that problem, but it's in part because we're no longer seeing the Google Analytics on that first section. So we just, all of a sudden, we're not seeing that problem where it was passing eight of them in, which kind of makes me a little nervous. Like, I don't know why it was doing it in the first place. You know what? Actually, I do. It's because when it was trying to replace it in, we were coming from a page that had Google Analytics. Yep. Google Analytics had been here. So when we switched over to popular and recent and it tried to swap them out, it was confused because it now had this incoming one with that ID and it had the outgoing one with the ID. So now this one right here is going to have the context of basically being popular. Its wire key, I mean, is going to be popular -3. Yeah, exactly. And then this one, even if it were up here. So let's actually go... let's go make sure that this works if we have two on the same page. So I'm going to... How would be the best way to do that? Hey, Titan Co., thanks for hosting my stream with one viewer. The simplest thing I want to do is to get something on here. So let's make Nova Grid mark as recent. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to mute or censor y'all just for a second. Take two, I'm going to censor y'all just for a second, I said. Of course, it's not working today. Censor y'all, man, okay. Yeah, exactly, I was going to go... update the create in the database. Draman says, can you use optional context instead of context? I actually kind of prefer prefixing it instead, so you don't just have that kind of dash hanging there. Okay, so table plus, open it up, and I'm going to open up my local MySQL, and then once I get that up, then you all can see it again. So let me grab that, and then uncensor. Great. Tinkerwell, yeah, I have Tinkerwell. So which one we were just seeing? I think it was Nova Grid. So we're just going to make the created at be, where was the date? Be the most recent, I think. That's probably going to be enough to put it in the recent, and then we can get both of them on the same page, is my guess. Great, Nova Grid and Nova Grid. Obviously the different colors because this thing is, the color system is super hacked right now, but it's functioning because one of them is getting recent 6 and the other one's going to get popular 6. So there's probably a little bit of duplication. I mean, it might be nice if those were tracked as being the same thing, but I'm glad they're not because they're not in the same position. Great, so that did the job of fixing this popular and recent bug. So fixed popular and recent bug with duplicated wire IDs. Great, so now let's go back to the original plan, which was to go over here and figure out why the See More button wasn't working. It'll probably now start working as a result. Yep, See More button works. So we didn't even actually have to fix it because it was broken because of something else. So let's just, oops, let's even delete that as a goal. All right, see if we need to eager load relations before passing to Livewire. So I have this sneaking suspicion that this thing right here is relying on information, at least the author information. And I don't think we're eager loading it right now. So I've got this right here. And so you can look down here. If you're not familiar with this, this thing is called Laravel Debug Bar, and it allows you to see what queries were run in order to make this thing happen. So you've got 32 queries to make this page happen, which seems like it's probably overkill, which means we've probably got like an n+1 type issue where you're having to like multi-select things. So I see a lot of tag selects here, which seems like a lot. So look, it's looking up all these tags on package 3, and I bet you will notice that happens on each of the other packages as well. So we're probably going to want to eager load our, package 5. So I bet all 6 of these packages have all their tags looked up, and I kind of thought it would also look up their creators. So I think that we need to eager load both the author and the tags. So hopefully after we do that, we should see drastic decrease in the number of queries we're running there. So let's go to all that package list items and eager load. So this is on the, what's the default page? The default page is called rendered package list. So in here, we want to eager load. So let's do this with type 2 things, and they are tags, and I think it's called author, but let's go check. I think so. So let's see if we have less than 32 queries. 24 queries. There we go. That's nice. I'm still surprised we have quite that many. I'll look at these nice little eager loads. Although, why is it only 5, 6? Oh, the same person must have created a couple of these. Nope. Yeah, Laura Batts created 2 of them, and Patrick Ebert created 2 of them. All right, and we do have a couple extra queries that come from getting these list of tags over here. We could spend a whole bunch of time digging into why this. Oh, look at this. Count of favorites. So that's interesting. I don't know why. Oh, this package resource. So we also, this is actually a coincidence, but hopefully we can do this and have that cut it down. I don't know if this package resource was written to take advantage of the with count if it was generated though. Nope, there you go, it did. So we're now down to 12 queries. And these are basically now counting the ratings. And that's these down here. And that I don't think we have an easy way to eager load, but let's just take a look for later, is see if we can optimize the queries for looking up ratings on packages on the main page. Because I kind of think I did a whole bunch of work on making it possible to eager load those, but I don't remember 100% for sure. All right. Yep, these are the things grabbing the tags from the left side. This is an eager load query. This is an eager load query. Select packages. Yep, this is hold on. Select packages.star. Blah blah blah. Favorites count from packages. This is just grabbing. Oh, this is grabbing our 6 most recent packages, and then this is the pagination query asking how many packages are there, so I can figure out this. Okay, cool. So that's we're doing okay on that. Not too bad. All right. So what else is on our list? See if we need eager load. So we eager loaded relationships on package list before passing to Livewire. Cool. What's next on our list? Fix the pagination bug. Done-ish. Fix nav on mobile. All right. We can do that in a second. Let's do that actually right now. It'll be interesting because right now it's doing something that I don't know whether it's very Livewire friendly, and I love using these streams to find moments where we run into shortcomings of Livewire. Oh, we also have a bug here where, the pagination is too wide. We might have to do that later. Fix pagination to be narrower. Less pages shown. So it doesn't push too wide on mobile. Thanks for following ArrowKey_ZZZ_. Okay, cool. So what are we doing here? The nav. Right here it says to do handle nav on mobile. So the current Nova packages nav is a dropdown, which is very easy to do in Vue. And basically when you change this thing, then it navigates you somewhere else. So let's see if we can build that same dropdown in, no, let's actually do a commit first. All right, what did we do? We disable Scout. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna switch over to GitHub Desktop so it's easier for us to see everything we're working on. So Nova packages, and then uncensor y'all. Okay, so what do? We disabled Scout temporarily. We disable Scout for now. Eager load relationships on home page packages. Thanks, Chris. Div wire key, and then fix some wire key conflicts. Great. Hey, Bogdanovich. Yeah, same, Chris. All right, so we don't need this. Okay, cool. So we're back to, what was I just telling you all that we were going to work on? I don't remember. Mobile nav. Thanks, Vince. All right, so that's going to be on Layouts homepage. No, it's not. It's going to be on the actual app layout. So we go to Views, Layouts, app.blade.php, and I think the nav is up here somewhere. Hey, Matt, why don't you use built-in Git integration with VS Code? I'm new to VS Code, so I'm sure I'll switch over to one day. Right now I'm using just the stuff I'm familiar with. No, where is that nav then? That's so weird. I thought it was here. Okay. Maybe it's in here and I didn't think. Oh, no, Livewire partial search package list tags. That's where it is. Thanks, Kevin. All right, here's what it is. So the nav that we're talking about is basically this navigation right here. That's really tall and won't fit super well on mobile. So again, what I had done on novapackages.com is make it this little drop down. So let's see if we can reproduce that kind of drop down in Livewire. So this right here is all Vue code, so obviously it's not going to work. So let's real quick convert it to Livewire code. Favorite thing to do here is getting good at converting Vue to Livewire. All right, select v model equals tag. So right now I'm just going to go like this: wire model equals tag, and then this change binder is actually very similar. I think it's wire change. Filter tag, and then if we could just pull this out, that would be really great. I bet we can, because we do. I named the method the same. It's named filter tag, and we want a filter tag based on the value of this. Oh, you know what? I think that you instead do that in packagelist.php. So let's actually call this like mobile tag picker, mobile tag or something like that. I forget whether it's supposed to be like this, because I think that, well, no, okay. We might actually be able to bind it directly here. If that's the case, then we don't even need to bind a changer here, because that would just change anyway. There's one note though, because right now everywhere else tag is changed, it runs through here. So we need to do a hook so that if it's ever changed through there, it gets the same thing. There's a hook in Livewire where you do updated property name, function updated tag, and then you get to do whatever you want. So let's move this out of here and say now, anytime anybody changes the tag, we're going to go to page one. Most of the things in the app are using this filter tag method, but I'm wondering whether, since we're binding this as a model, that it will automatically change tag for us, and then all we have to do is hook in and go to page one right here. So let's try that and see if that's what's going to go on here. That would be really friggin' cool. All right, so we're back in the same world where we're actually not going to be using v4. We're instead going to be doing for each type tags as this tag, and then we're going to do our option. We might have to do this the wire key, but I'm not sure. Value equals this tag slug, and then this will be this tag name, I think. I think that's how it works. Let's double check down here. This tag name and this tag slug. Yep. Okay, great. And then I think we also need to check if it's selected. No, we don't have to check if it's selected because the model bind will do that for us. And so we'll do the same thing for the other one, which is popular tags. Oops. changing the wrong piece of it. All right, and maybe that's enough. It probably is not going to be that easy, but let's just try it and just see. If I were on mobile and I were to switch from all packages to action cards. Whoa! It just worked. Oh my God, that's amazing. And now let's go see, did the pagination hook work? So let's go to page 67. If we switch to something that doesn't have 67 pages, does it go to page 1? It sure does. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Oh, because I did triple dashes instead of double dashes with my totally arbitrary, stupidly made up thing. Oh my goodness. That was so much easier than I expected it to be. This is so cool. All right, cool. It needs some bottom padding. So let's do an MB8 instead, I think. Why is that bottom? Whoa, what is going on there? Huh? Why is the bar... Does anybody know what's going on here? This is very strange. It's like totally offset down there. Typo thip tag? Really? Sure is. Thanks, Drummond. Let's go actually make sure that this is working then. Okay, cool. But why is this offset like this? I wonder if it has something to do with the like the hidden, not hidden. Let's just kind of pull this out of here just for a second and see how it looks. No, the whole input is like offset from where the app itself thinks it is. Does it have something to do with it being relative, maybe? Nope. Okay, so it's a full width, hidden once we hit small. So let's get rid of that. Nope, that's not it. This is the thing we're in right now, right? Nope, okay. What's that big block at the very top? No, that's one of these bugs. Have you ever run into this bug before where you just scroll forever and you don't know why it's gone up there? That's something fun. Oh, hold on. We've got a... Is it the margin top on this is somehow... Yeah, it's one of those things. I hate it when margin and padding kind of get mixed up in each other. It's so freaking confusing. And that's definitely what this one is. So we have a margin top on something that's wrapped around basically the whole page. And for some reason, the way this is particularly configured, it's getting applied as basically padding inside of here. And that is making the bottom margin on this not work. Okay, that's confusing as anybody's business. Oh my God. All right, so where's that margin top 8? Okay, it's probably right here. So let's just see what breaks. Okay, so that worked on that, but interestingly, I don't think the bottom margin on this one is still being honored correctly. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. All right, so the bottom margin of this is being honored correctly, but now when we go here, we're going to be short. So let's give this search bar some bottom margin instead. Or you know what? We can actually just make that margin top be conditional on the size. So we still get it here, but in the context in which it's breaking everything, it's not there. Okay, cool. That's working now. Any notes y'all are saying here? Yeah, so that big block, we're having the same problem here, and what is that right there? That right there is the... It's the same thing where we're just like getting this weird scroll offset. Just got to go to a new tab. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is not a code issue. Okay, cool. So what did we do there? Oh, I got to go in 5 minutes, y'all. Okay, fixed nav on mobile. Fixed nav on mobile. We're going to add query strings post launch. Okay. Okay, so see if we need eager load relationships per precedent done, later. Oh, if somebody hits search on the recent and popular page, redirect to the normal list. Can we do that in 5 minutes? And then, is that the last one? Yeah. If we do this in 5 minutes, I'm not going to hit launch because I need to go do a better job to make sure there's nothing else, but I think we might be done. I'm not going to hit launch and then go, leave the office and leave it broken. But if I'm correct, ooh, what happened there? Oh, I should probably bring the thing that I deleted back, huh? Just a little thing. Okay, so what was I just saying we were going to go run and do? When someone hits the search on the recent popular page, send them to the all packages page. So we basically need, in this context, let's do it as probably an updated on the search right here, and just basically say if this tag recent and popular, which I think I don't like that it's a magic string, so I think I want us to probably modify that to be like a constant on the class or something. So if on the recent popular page, then boot me over to the all page. All right, because I don't think I want us to search the popular and recent page. I don't think that makes sense. So let's type something here. A, B, C, not working. Okay. If this tag is recent dash dash and dash, oh, see, it needs to be a constant. Let's just make it a constant right now. Constant popular tag. Okay. Okay, cool. And then let's do it here. That's exactly why you don't want magic strings. Oh, you know what? Sorry, y'all. I obscured the chat by accidentally going full screen. All right, so what we're doing, go to the popular recent page. If I hit a search, do I get moved? No. Of course not. Are we seeing any console errors? Why is it not working? Okay, so search is working. I am saying updated search. If this tag is self-popular tag, if you are not setting, you are comparing. Oh, thanks. Thanks, y'all. Live streams are the greatest for revealing how smart I am. Turns out when you set things, you want to set them, not compare them. All right, cool. So hold on, that's driving me nuts. Let's move over to another tab like Jake was saying. Yeah, that was the fix. Okay. So popular and recent, hit search, boom. All right, great. If hitting search on popular and recent page, push over to all page. Yeah, no kidding. Thanks. All right, so y'all, I think we are 2 minutes from done, and I think we might be done, which is pretty freaking fantastic. So let's commit this real quick. And what did we do? We did that redirect. Oops. So fix nav on mobile, redirect searches from popular recent page to all. Close enough. Okay. So let's do a quick skim over our new code here and see if we have any to-dos. Yep. Wait. This is not the refresh page. Do we need earload authors? We already handled that, so we can get rid of that out of the package list.php. Bam. Okay. This doesn't work. Yep, we're going to have to fix that later. Any other to-dos? Oh, more to-dos. Handle later when doing query string updates. Great. Ag tags. This is the pagination search. To-do, clean this UI up. This is, oh yeah, this little loading UI thing I don't love. I'll show you. Clean up the loading UI to not be so overwhelming and huge. Livewire gives you this thing for free where you do loading, and then you just basically, anytime it's loading, it just puts this here. But as you can see, it's kind of tough. This is not a Livewire problem, it's a CSS problem. I just haven't yet gotten this to a place where it sits where I want it to. Part of the problem is because this looks like this really nice, neat thing, but in reality, this container here actually is much wider. as you can see. And so that is something that we might need to fix as a Nova Packages team. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, I want to do that, but that's not something that's going to hold up a launch. Beers I'll take. This project is open source. It is github.com/titanco/Nova Packages. Yeah, so that's it. Those are all things that I'm comfortable with launching with. Again, I'm not going to launch right now because I'm leaving the office this second, but I will launch this a little bit later, and all of y'all can check this out. GitHub, Titan Code, Nova Packages, open source, and it's about to be half Livewire and half Vue, and so y'all can see a real production Livewire app up and running. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I really appreciate your input and helping me fix the mistakes and also dealing with the stream problems earlier. And I will see you all next week. I am missing next Monday for those of you who come regularly, so I'll see you all next Friday.